All right, so Joel Embiid has been involved in an altercation with a reporter over some comments that the reporter made about Joel Embiid bringing up the man's dead brother and his son. And let me say this, right? Before I get into the article, right? No matter how you feel about Joel Embiid, right? About what he hasn't done on the basketball court and his playoff futility and stuff like that, and how we don't trust the process or whatever. You don't bring up somebody's dead brother, and you definitely don't bring nobody's kid into the equation of formulating a narrative of why Joel Embiid has underachieved as a basketball player. You don't fucking do that, right? You don't do that shit. So that reporter need to be reprimanded in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because that's disgusting, right? I don't even blame Joel Embiid for what he did. Now, that being said, Joel Embiid got to know better, considering the scrutiny and the attention that's going to bring him and the Sixers organization or whatever, right? But I don't blame Joel Embiid for going off on that Bama, man, because that's some bullshit. You don't talk about nobody's family. You keep family and you keep things that don't have nothing to do with the game out of it. So I want to see that goddamn reporter get reprimanded. So Joel Embiid struck at Inquirer columnist Marcus Hayes during a profanity-laced altercation in the 76ers locker room following Saturday's home loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. Embiid, whose open hand made contact with Hayes' neck and collarbone area, was angry about the columnist's recent work criticizing him for missing the start of the 24-25 season due to a knee condition following surgery last February. Then why was he in the Olympics? See, that's that bullshit, right? Now, while moving from his locker towards Hayes, Embiid yelled his disapproval that Hayes mentioned his late brother and his son, both named Arthur, in the October 23rd column. Later that day, Hayes removed those references from the column, posting on X that he could see why so many people were upset about it. Sorry about that. Thanks for the constructive criticism. Hayes attempted to apologize to Embiid on Saturday, but was rebuffed before the confrontation turns physical. Embiid told Hayes that he would take all the shots from the media but his basketball shortcomings of health, but that nobody comes for his family. He added that if Hayes wrote about those family members again, that he was going to see what he was going to do to him and that he was going to have to live with those consequences. Embiid also accused Hayes of making similar references in previous columns, in which Hayes denied. The incident was lasted about 2 minutes, occurred during the period where the locker room was open to reporters and was witnessed by multiple media members, Sixers players, and staffers. Reporters were waiting to speak with all-star point guard Tyrese Maxey at his locker, which is next to Embiid's. Sixers staffers and teammates intervened to separate Embiid from Hayes as the confrontation escalated, and that Embiid left the locker room shortly after it dissipated. After that, Hayes said he was escorted to a meeting with Sixers president of basketball operations Daryl Morey and general manager Elton Brand, and that Hayes said Morey and Brand apologized for the incident, expressed regret that it happened, and asked for the version of events from his view, and agreed that Embiid's actions were unacceptable. The NBA issued the following statement late Saturday that they were aware of reports of an incident in the Sixers locker room and they're conducting an investigation. And the statement, Inquirer editor and senior vice president Gabriel Escobar said that Marcus is an experienced and accomplished columnist who offers sharp and illuminated commentary grounded in his observations. You are free to disagree with what he says, but a physical assault is unwarranted and unattainable or untenable, and we are taking this matter very seriously. The Sixers knew Hayes would be at Saturday's game, he said, and were open to facilitating a clearing of the air between the 2023 NBA MVP and the Columnist. The team leaves Sunday for a 3-game road trip at the Phoenix Suns, LA Clippers, and LA Lakers. So that's where we at with that, man. You know what I'm saying? That Columnist was way out of line, and he was way out of pocket for even bringing up somebody's dead family members. You don't do that. I mean, how would he feel if somebody talked about somebody in his family or bringing up a situation in his family where he suffered a death in the family, right? He wouldn't like that shit. So the fact that he would even fix his mouth to do that, right? And that's provoking words and gestures, and if you ask me, you don't do that, right? So they talk about physical contact is unacceptable. No, what's unacceptable is when you have people out here using provoking words and gestures. That's unacceptable. You don't act as the aggressor, and then when the aggression get brought back to you, then you want to play the role of a victim. No, fuck that. That's not how that works, man. That's just my thoughts. You can agree or disagree, but my thoughts are my thoughts, not yours, right? And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you guys let me know what y'all think about this. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Now, before I end this video, I'm gonna ask y'all this, right? Throughout the times I've done videos about Joel Embiid, right? And I've criticized Joel Embiid about his play. Have you heard me go outside the realm of basketball to criticize Joel Embiid? You ever heard me brought up anything that was going on in his personal life, right? Do you ever hear me brought up anything about his family or his kid or anything like that? You've never heard me bring up anything in that regard because I criticize what I see on the court. What happens off the court is none of my business, right? And he should have just kept it at that. Shouts out to the Lions Den basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. Ho!